Welcome to the first yearly review of the How to Code Well YouTube channel. Hello, my name is Peter Fisher. I'm a freelance web and mobile applications developer. And here on the howtocodewell.net YouTube channel, we've got tutorials teaching programming languages on the Tuesdays and discussions about web development, about freelance development on the Fridays. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're going to be reviewing the first 3 months of 2018. This is something that I've wanted to do last year, but I just didn't have time to do it. So every quarter, what I'm going to do is just basically a roundup of how I think How to Code Well is doing, where I talk about the things that I wish to improve, the things that I would like to change, what's worked, what hasn't worked on this channel. And I'm going to be doing this every quarter, like I said. And there's going to be a couple of announcements and stuff that I would like to do in the next quarter, and we'll get on to that in just a second. So first of all, let's just say by thanking everyone who has subscribed, because we're now, at the time of this video, we've now gained 600 plus subscribers since the start of the year. Now, I know the subscriber count isn't everything, and that isn't something that you should just hang every metric, every goal on. But in my opinion, if it's going in the right direction, it doesn't really matter how fast and how slow it's going, but as long as it's going in the right direction, then that is a good indicator. So I just want to thank everyone for subscribing to the channel. In the first video I did this year, in the What's Next video, I discussed that I would like to do at least 4 courses this year. Now, we're kind of coming up to the end of the first one, which is the Linux Bash for Beginners course. So what's going to come after that? Well, you may have noticed that I have been slipping in a couple of tutorials regarding Symfony services. And that is what the second course is going to be. It's going to focus on Symfony services, the PHP framework Symfony, and dependency injection. So that's going to be a whole course specifically on services. And that's going to go all the way through to June, July, and so forth. So that's going to still be probably as big as the Linux Bash for Beginners course, and there's about 16 tutorials in that, so it's going to be quite another intensive course. Now, what I'm going to be doing when I'm coming to the end of that course is I'll probably be intertwining that with the next course, kind of like what I did with the Linux Bash for Beginners course. I kind of dropped a couple of the Symfony tutorials in just to make things a little bit different, just to freshen things up. It can just become quite stale when you're focusing specifically on one thing, which is Linux. Now, yes, I do have enough material to produce more than one tutorial a week. However, I don't think the consistency will be there later in the year, so I am basically stockpiling myself up and then just releasing them every Tuesday once I've done a bit of Q&A on it, just to make sure everything looks fine, sounds fine, and the tagging is in, all the meta information is in, the image is in, and so forth. So it gives me a bit of time to do that, and what I've been doing is allowing early access to those tutorials, to those videos via Patreon. Also, you can get a monthly newsletter. Patreons get that automatically. And I sent 2 out in February, and I sent 1 out in January, and I'm going to be sending out 1 in March very, very soon. And that has different discounts regarding programming resources, so books and online courses and so forth, not just for my stuff, but other books from other platforms, and other hosting discounts as well that I'm aware of. I'll basically pass that all on to you guys through the newsletter. So that's another reason to become a Patreon, as well as to gain early access to future content. So the last 3 months, and I know we are kind of in the middle or the start of March, but let's just say 3 months for argument's sake, they've been really good. The subscriber count, like I've said, has increased. Viewers have increased. The questions have also increased, but what I've done is, using the Discord server, I've been able to sort of centralize those questions, because I was being bombarded, and I still am, through other platforms and other different mediums of coding questions. So if you do have a coding question, like I've said before, do join Discord server, because not only will I be able to answer that question, but other programmers as well can answer that question too. So let's now talk about what's coming up in the next quarter for this YouTube channel. Now, the first announcement is going to be around April. I would like to class April this year as freelance month. In particular, how to get a client or clients as a freelancer. So the Friday shows, they are all discussions around web development and other bits and pieces. I would like to dedicate the Friday shows specifically to freelance, specifically to how to get clients as a freelancer. Not only that, but I would also like to provide more content in April. So I'm thinking perhaps maybe Thursday I will also be uploading a video around that subject. Basically, I want to delve a little bit deeper into certain areas of being freelance, of being web developer, and so forth. And so I thought, I don't have capacity to produce 3 videos a week, Tuesday's tutorial, then Thursday and Friday, every week for the whole year. So what I'm going to do is try that out just for April and see how that pans out. So maybe the Thursday, maybe the Wednesday, I haven't quite decided that yet, but definitely the Friday, we're going to be doing an extra video and specifically on freelance, specifically on how to get a client. So that's coming up in April. That is the first announcement. Now, from my point of view, that is actually quite a challenge because you're basically adding another video a week. So you've got an extra 4 videos to produce for that 1 month. But I've been kind of working furiously on this to try and get this ready for you for April, and I'm really dead excited about this. If you want to get those early, do jump onto the Patreon's feed as well, because I'll be uploading those. But I'm going to be talking about this in more depth later on in March, at the end of March, to basically a warm-up to Freelance Month. So I'm dead chuffed about that. Something that I would really like to do, maybe next quarter, but at the very least at some point this year, is to do a collaboration with another YouTube channel. So this could be in an interview format where perhaps I'm being interviewed or I'm interviewing someone else, or whether it's a discussion on some sort of thing in the news about web development, about programming, or whether it's just talking about an open source project that perhaps someone else has been involved in. Anything kind of like that. So if you are watching this, if you have a YouTube channel yourself, if you are a web developer, if you're a programmer, if you are a freelancer, any of those kind of things, and you're looking to do a collaboration with another YouTube channel, then I will put my hand up because I'm up for it. So just drop me a line, send me a message, and let's get the ball rolling. Unfortunately, I can't do anything this side of April because I am just immensely busy. But let's just get a discussion going privately, and then let's just talk about where we could go, what we could talk about, that kind of thing. If you want to just talk about your own experience in web development, that's perfectly fine too. Like I said, I haven't really done any planning involved in this, but this is something that I would like to do at the very least, is to do some collaboration with another YouTube channel. And that's basically it, really. The last few months have whizzed by. One thing I will say, though, is I would like to just talk a little bit about health. I do feel right now that I am coming up close to burnout, so I am trying to think of ways at least to relax a little bit more and to chill out. So hopefully by the next sort of update video that I'm going to do in the next quarter, I'll be talking about those kind of things as well. I think it's important to recognize that all of the things that I've been putting in, all the foundation, all the hard work that I've done for this channel in the last few months, they are taking their toll. So I do need to put things in place just to sort of have some respite. I don't feel like I've had many weekends where I've had a proper weekend, that kind of thing. I am tired. Exercise hasn't really happened. Work-life balance is a little bit off. So hopefully in the next update, I'll be talking about how I've improved those kind of things. Unfortunately, we're only human, right? But anyway, if you've got any suggestions for what I should be doing in the next quarter or so, if you've got any comments, if you've got any ideas for the channel, then do let me know. Put them in the comments section below. Thank you ever so much for watching. Happy coding, everyone. I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Bye.